This is the SHL Network. To be champions, you must work hard. Every shot, every goal, unlocking your potential. Because when the puck drops, it's game time.
Starting on the back end of our doubleheader of the Illinois High School Hockey Girls State Semifinals, it's a rematch of what we saw at the United Center last year. It is the number 2 seed Barrington Phillies playing host to the number 3 seeded Glenbrook Girls Hockey Club. Welcome into this broadcast on SHL Network. Pleasure to be with you as always. Dylan Ward's down at ice level. We'll hear from him in a moment. To my right is Anthony Pasquale. My name is Luke Jordan. As I hinted at it, Anthony, these two teams met at the state championship last year, but so far this season, they have not been too familiar with each other.
No, they ended up not being in the same round of play in the regular season for the Girls Metro Hockey League, but Barrington obviously looking to go a three-peat at the state championships this season, and they're going to have to get through Glenbrook to get there.
Glenbrook hungry to win their first state championship since 2017. On that 2017 team, Nora Curtis down at ice level with Dylan Ward having the interview.
Thanks, guys. Well, Nora, you played this team once this season, but it felt like ages ago, back in September, 3-3 tie. What's the biggest key against an unfamiliar opponent?
I think that the biggest key is just doing our best, doing the consistent game we've been playing all year. These girls have worked really hard to make sure that they're coming out here and they're playing consistently every game they play. So I think that we've set ourselves up really well against the team, even though we haven't played them very often.
You played for this team. You won the state championship at the United Center back in 2017. Knowing that you're one game away from heading back to the NHL arena, what is the emotion like for both you and the players?
You know, I think these girls are really excited to get back there. We went last year and we didn't pull the win out, so I think they really want to get back in there and they want to pull a win out this year. They want to play New Trier again. Both of these opponents we've had our eye on all year, and so these two games have really been what we've been playing for.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dylan. And these two teams did meet back once in the tiering round, and it was a tie, a 3-3 game between Glenbrook and Barrington. And Barrington ended up 1 point shy of making that cut to the Scholastic Division, so this was really game-breaking for the Phillies in the regular season.
It certainly was, and they were absolutely motivated by that. They turned in one of the best regular seasons that you could imagine. Obviously not in that top tier, but they ran through the division. They have not lost. So they have been playing some of their best hockey. They come into this game extremely confident, but they haven't played some of the competition that Glenbrook has.
Absolutely, extremely dominant they were, 17-0-0 in the Founders Division, the lower of the two divisions in the Metro Girls Hockey League. 5 players over a point per game pace, just a shadowing of their incredible offense. And now they have the 2 seed looking for a three-peat. They'll be in their black uniforms tonight. Over here on the visiting end in front of their net, it's Glenbrook. They ended up losing the Scholastic Division final to New Trier 1-0. And I tell you what, if they win this game, they have the biggest meeting of them all with that team they faced.
Without a doubt, you can tell they're getting each other fired up just to play for that opportunity, but you still got to take care of business right now. 45 minutes of hockey against one of the best opponents that you're going to play all year for a date with New Trier.
With that being said, as teams make their way over to the bench, we will eventually send things down to Sam Schwartz, but perhaps one more point, Anthony. There are so many incredible offensive threats on this Barrington team, and you got any to highlight?
Yeah, I think you got to start with the family affair with the Gorbatenko sisters. They've been unbelievable this season. Nicole leading the way with 30 goals and 26 assists in just 13 games at the time. Rachel Gorbatenko had a hat trick in last season's state championship. She's got 24 goals and 16 assists on the year this year. Certainly keep an eye on those two tonight for Barrington as they highlight what is a really deep group of forwards that can score.
And now we're going to send things down to Sam Schwartz for the starting lineups.
Glenbrook versus the 2-seeded Barrington Phillies. Let's meet today's starters. First representing Glenbrook. They are coached by Danielle Carasani, assisted by York Curtis. The manager is Mark McGuire. Here is their starting lineup. At left defense, shooting number 8.
starting lineups in this one. It's a 2 versus 3 seeded matchup. The winner has a date with #1 New Trier, who just dominated the Fenwick Friars. We saw it firsthand, Anthony, 7-1 final score.
Yeah, certainly, and you got to give Fenwick credit. They held it close for the majority of that game, but New Trier's pressure was just too overwhelming for the Friars, and they turn in a game that ends up being a 6-goal difference, and they win it 7-1.
As we mentioned, go ahead, Dylan.
I was just going to say, guys, you touched on it already, a tough seeding or tiering round for the Barrington Phillies, but in the Founders Division, I just want to run a couple stats by you guys. A plus 113 goal differential overall in 17 games played. That's 133 goals scored, 20 allowed, 8 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals as well. So, you know, the Phillies have been the 1 seed for the last couple of seasons, and I get why they're not this year, but just because they're in that lower division. But man, you got to think if they had a successful tiering round, they'd probably be tearing it up in the Scholastic as well.
Without a doubt. They're just one of those types of teams that, you know, they were missing some players, played a few of their worst games of the year in that tiering round, and they've been on an absolute tear since. 17 wins in the regular season to go against no losses, and then, of course, had a forfeit to get to the Final Four here tonight.
Puck falls, and we are underway on the second Girls High School Hockey State semifinal game. Winner has New Trier. And it's Glenbrook on the opening push. Isabella Grotzel now takes over. Sporting the C for this Philly squadron. She is one of 3 college commitments to the Division I level for this Barrington team, just a showing of their dominance. An academic weapon herself as well, headed to Brown. Now chipping it in is Villacorta. Starting netminders tonight, Casey Stockbridge tends the visiting net for Glenbrook. As they'll walk it in and fire one wide. Stockbridge actually just this weekend won the 19U State Championship with the Glenview Stars at the club level, alongside some of her fellow teammates as well. We'll get into that in a moment as Stockbridge is able to punch one away. On the shot attempt there, now centered across for Galvin. She couldn't reel it in. And now up with speed comes Tate Roth. Roth now dances inside, backhand try, steered aside by Riley Sharon, the starting netminder for the Phillies. Daughter of assistant coach, her father Riley Sharon. Jeff Reisky is the head coach of the Phillies, as this is one rifled wide. And Jeff Reisky's daughter sports number 72. She is a senior and a 4-year varsity player. You talked about family fun with some of these teams. Barrington especially has it.
Without a doubt, they've got some siblings on the team. They've got the father-daughter connection from coach to player, including coach to goaltender. So definitely an extremely tight-knit group, and that goes to show you why they've been able to win back-to-back state championships. But they're not done yet. They're still hungry for more.
So as I mentioned, Stockbridge won that state championship with the Glenview Stars. On that team, who was on this team, Molly Nickel, Cammie Hansen, and Claire Nagorski. So 4 Glenbrook players getting to enjoy one state championship at one level this weekend. Now they're looking to make the step up to the UC at the high school level.
2 extremely talented goaltenders in between the pipes for these 2 teams tonight as well. Their Stockbridge had an extremely strong regular season, like you mentioned, just won that state championship. She was one of their all-state players as well.
Stockbridge steers one aside, stopped all 21 against Maine in the quarterfinal game. That got them here. Barrington did not play their quarterfinal. It was a forfeit by the Grizzlies. Mia Winterkorn able to keep the zone somehow. Now it's taken in the slot, and coming ahead is Haley Laughlin. Put to the far side now, Sarah Reeder. Reeder gave it up top for Laughlin. Trying to fire one towards the net. Got redirected and trickles just wide of that near side post. Now this one just out of the reach of Chow. Held in by Emerson Tubble. A goal and an assist against Barrington back in that tiering matchup in the 2024 calendar year. Tubble dishes this one down low. Winterkorn tried to win it ahead. Instead, Tubble regains. Down below the goal line. The centering pass got interfered with. Now on the near side, Nagorski threw one in front. And Galvin will clear. Icing to be the call.
Talk about Tubble. She was actually on student council last year at Glenbrook South with last season's SHL Player of the Year, Zach Freemuth. Just a little fun tidbit.
Tubble also 2 assists in last year's state championship, as Glenbrook is looking to make a 2nd consecutive trip. Barrington on the other end trying to win a 3rd consecutive championship. Bella Grotzel with that speed that Jeff Reisky praises. It's being shown here. Grotzel at the blue line. Glenbrook coaching staff. Danielle Carashoni definitely wanted offsides there.
Guys, I think they definitely have a case. I had a pretty good view of that. I saw some white between the puck and blue.
Nothing comes out of it to the fortune of Glenbrook. Now trying to fire one on Sharon, but a shot blocked there, and here comes Rachel Gorbatenko. She'll wind one up. Oh my, straight into the glove of Stockbridge, having to deal with some heat there.
Absolutely, Stockbridge making a great save against Gorbatenko, who just winds up and slaps one from just inside the blue line. They like to put pucks on net, devour rebounds, and try to score as much as they can. And that's a good example there.
Rachel Gorbatenko, along with her sister Nicole Gorbatenko, both out right now. Rachel Gorbatenko, sporting number 73, was the MVP of last year's state tournament as a junior. 7 goals in 3 state games, alongside 2 assists.
Plus the hat trick there in the state championship game against Glenbrook, so certainly has a history of performing well against this team.
Here's Nicole Gorbatenko, backhander patted aside by Stockbridge. Now Avery Jalowicki sent in towards the net, just wide. And now a backhander from Nicole Gorbatenko. Stopped. She tried to bank it in from a tough angle. And instead Glenbrook starting to break out. Here comes Sarah Reeder. Reeder is tied up. There will be no call. She's without her stick. Having to back check now. Rachel Gorbatenko sticked aside there. Avila Corda, one that trickled just wide. Nicole Gorbatenko couldn't pull that one into the slot. And now Tubble, while the Phillies in the process of a change. Emerson Tubble. That was too many. And it looks like they caught it.
Guys, get the telestrator out and count to 6 on that thing.
Getting ready to do it if we have a good angle of it. There's a look at that backhanded attempt from Gorbatenko.
Haley Laughlin looks to be serving the penalty here. And now Barrington, obviously already a dominant team, 5-on-5. You give them that extra skater, they're going to try to take advantage here.
We didn't see a power play for either team in our last game, so first look at special teams here tonight.
Sure is a clean game from New Trier and Fenwick. But that breaks open early on. And Grotzel, well defended there by Cassidy Cha.
Their head coach Jeff Rajski said she's the best skater he's ever coached. So she's certainly somebody to keep an eye on the way she flies around the ice.
Sharon, senior all-state netminder, leaving it behind now for Barrington to begin the breakout. Grotzel will have to track back. So far, we're past 40 seconds in. Seems we might have some troubles with the power play clock, but we'll keep you posted with our voices instead. 50 seconds into the Barrington power play, and here they come. Looking for a successful zone entry here. It's Winterkorn over the blue line. Dropped it back, centering pass now. Nicole Gorbatenko couldn't pull that one in. Now Grotzel up top. The Brown commit has one redirected out of play. Fearless in the lane was Cha.
So far, a really good kill for Glenbrook, getting some momentum back on their side after the penalty. If they can escape this power play, still tied, Glenbrook would have to feel really good about that.
Already Barrington peppering on 6 shots on goal, and they're looking to add on here. Perhaps find the opening goal. As here is Rachel Gorbatenko giving across to her sister Nicole. Nicole's got it off a pass from the point. Now walking in is Isabella Wolf with one just wide. Nicole Gorbatenko centered one in the lane there was McGuire. Willa Corda had her stick tangled up. Will play on, and the zone is kept by Rachel Gorbatenko. That one redirected in front and still stopped by Stockbridge. Now to the blue line, Rachel Gorbatenko, one batted down just wide. Some dangerous looks from the Phillies, but just unable to hit the net there, and the final seconds will expire.
And we saw that in the opening game of this doubleheader, how important it is to throw some shots on net with some traffic in front. New Trier was able to net some of their goals by that very route. You can tell on the man advantage, Barrington was trying to do the same thing.
Gilmore in a chase on Tubble. Now it's Reeder unable to take in that one. She'll get some help as Nagorski got it ahead. Glenbrook, 6-2 loss back at the United Center last year. They're looking to climb the mountain of Barrington to move on in this one.
Yeah, Luke, you talked about how Barrington did not play their quarterfinal because of a forfeit. They're actually playing in their first game right here since February 16th, so just shy of a month. And you got to wonder, as long as this thing stays 0-0, how much is going to get into their heads.
Yeah, and Coach Reisky mentioned to us, he knew it's been a long time, but he said they've been having some good practices, and it was a good sign. And so far, they've definitely been on the better end of things so far, but the score stays even.
Yeah, the one thing you worry about is rust, but the other thing is they should be extremely fresh for this game, not a lot of tired legs.
Mia Winterkorn into the glove of Stockbridge for a whistle, 6:55 to play.
Stockbridge has been challenged quite a bit early already, 8 saves to her credit, but that's the type of game you expect when you're playing Barrington and some of their high-flying offensive pieces. Gonna need to make all the saves that come your way.
And Dylan, even with that quarterfinal game for Glenbrook, it's been quite a while for them as well. Having not played since February 16th, it's been 22 days since that game.
Yeah, I actually caught the first period of that one. It was right after a Glenbrook South home game at Glenview Ice Center.
Hansen now at center ice, had it taken away by Bomley. That one eventually taken in by Stockbridge.
Yeah, Stockbridge looked like she might try to play that one, instead decides to cover it up, and it'll be an offensive zone draw coming up for the Phillies.
Well, both teams have not been scored on so far in these state playoffs. This is Barrington's first true game, and Glenbrook was able to blank Maine, 3-0 victory, as we mentioned 22 days ago. Real high-flying action so far. It seems they've got the rust off.
And the pace of this game has been evident, very, very quick.
Rotzel being hounded, but now she is going to accelerate ahead. Rotzel to the outside, a fire just wide.
Got some of that skating on display. She can get down the ice in a matter of seconds.
Look where she is again, where the puck is. She rimmed it around now. Alexandra Ventura. Taken ahead now by Gorbatenko of the Phillies. Alternate captain, looking to center ice. J-Lo Wicki couldn't track it down. Now trying to make a move is Wolf. Wolf right at the Glenbrook blue line. Tate Roth is going to circle back. Let fresh legs get on for Glenbrook. And now here they come. Tubble towards the net. Save there by Sharon, and she'll hold on.
Yeah, it wasn't the toughest save for Sharon to make there, but if you're Glenbrook, especially because of the way you've been spending most of the period on the other side of the ice, getting some shots on net, creating some offensive zone draws, that's the type of way to swing some momentum back in your favor.
Third save for Sharon. Now we're to the left of her, and it's one back right off the faceoff. Reeder just wide. Rebound's going to be picked up on the near side, but a centering pass was intercepted. Now Bomley fires in deep. Tubble dropped it back. Cha is going to option up the near side. Miscommunication there. Abby Carr patted away in front. A good look there from the Metro Girls Hockey League All-Star that actually opened up the scoring in the All-Star game back in January. Here's Reeder into the O-zone. Her shot blocked. Reeder dropped it back. Taithroth down the wall. That one ends up right through the slot. Laughlin regains. And her attempt to bring it towards cage is blocked by Carr. Laughlin has it again. Another shot blocked to Barrington. And winding it out of the zone is Rachel Gorbatenko. Claire Nagorski, one of 3 seniors on this Glenbrook team, got it ahead, and now Cha was met by the body of Nicole Gorbatenko. Her sister Rachel put it just too far ahead, and Roth regains for Glenbrook. Roth took a spill now. Nicole Gorbatenko centering one. Villacorta fanned on it. Cammie Hansen's able to clear at least beyond the blue line. We got a whistle for offsides, well noted by the audience here.
Barrington, some of the chances that they're getting here, the longer that this game stays even at 0, you almost think it has to favor Glenbrook for withstanding some of these early punches.
Well, as much as these two teams have tied, it still kind of gives you that underdog energy, and when you're able to stop the offensive force of Barrington, it does lean you a little bit of momentum your way every time. Mattis dropped it back down for Nicole Gorbatenko. Lead pass Villacorta just out of her reach, and we will have another whistle this time for an icing. Thanks to our sponsors as always. We've already seen one RSM power play. It didn't go as planned for Barrington.
The Hannah Vanderploeg penalty kill did, though.
That it sure did, Dylan. Face off one straight back to McGuire, and that shot was soaked up by the body of Winterkorn. Caitlin Mattis. For Winterkorn. She'll look up ice. Find Nicole Gorbatenko. Gorbatenko drags, fires, that got blocked, but she'll go to regain in the corner. Creating some space down low. Gorbatenko centering one. Villacorta, it's loose in the slot. Now taken at the blue line and sent down. Villacorta. Up for Caitlin Mattis. Walks the blue line, now fires. That ends up wide. Hit Tubble on the way there as well. Molly Nickel for Reeder. Reeder, a nifty move to the inside. Sarah Reeder's in all alone, and a big save there from Riley Sharon. Best look of the game so far for either side. One man rushed the other way, but Winterkorn is halted to a stop. A nice fight there from Glenbrook, and they come right into the O-zone. Far side shot now. Cha denied. Rebound could not be backhanded in by Fizor. Back and forth we go. Cassidy Cha patient with it here. Cha plays it up top. Roth trickling in the slot. Fizor couldn't get her stick on it before Winterkorn was able to get hers.
Glenbrook gaining a lot of momentum from that stretch. Their best 2-minute span of the game all game.
Without a doubt, what a chance and what a stop by Sharon. Now Grotzel backhands it down low, just out of reach for Hines. In to help is Gilmore. Roth with a nice stick check down below the goal line. Gratzel turns off Fizor. Plays across for Rachel Gorbatenko. Rachel Gorbatenko with speed. Sharp angle stopped by Stockbridge. The rebound was loose for a moment. Now dragged out. Nicole Gorbatenko up to the point for J-Lo Wicki. Avery J-Lo Wicki tangled up there at the top of the circle. Fizor threw it off the wall. Held in by Rachel Gorbatenko. This one is redirected wide. Now Roth applying pressure on Villacorta in what's been a fast-paced first period. We're already under the final minute. Great angle from our cameraman down there, Max Anderson.
How about that? Max on camera.
The all-around glue guy. As it's now sent in, bouncing puck on Sharon. Still a half a minute, and it's Barrington moving up ice. Bella Wolf turns back, just about double teamed. This now trickles out to the blue line, could be a chance. Exhausted Glenbrook skaters out there. And Bergamini now centered one. She was looking for Hansen. It's coming the other way. 10 seconds to go, and one last rush now for Bomley. Carolyn Bomley denied. Rebound backhander is stopped. Perhaps one more. Is it Rachel Gorbatenko? And it's sticked away by Stockbridge at the buzzer. What a first period we just saw, gentlemen.
Those last couple of minutes were non-stop action. It caps off a 14-shot on goal period for Barrington. But I want to go back to this unbelievable save made by Sharon. Able to stop what looked like a great chance for Glenbrook. And you can't talk enough about Reeder and how she was able to get to the net. Nifty, weaving her way through a couple of bodies, putting a puck on net. They were able to get some momentum back late in that period, and we've got anybody's game as we are about to start period number 2.
Glenbrook head coach Steve Hamlin not present today. Danielle Carashoni is taking over the speaking duties alongside former Glenbrook skater who we interviewed. Thanks to Dylan Ward down there and Nora Curtis. She was a part of that 2017 state champion team for Glenbrook, and that was the last time they have won. Not the last time they have been. That was, of course, last year against these Phillies where they went down 6-2.
Looking to get a little bit of redemption themselves in this game. Obviously, a lot of the storyline comes to Barrington trying to cap off 3 in a row, similar to what New Trier is trying to do in the boys division. But Glenbrook, they're upset that they didn't get the job done last year against Barrington, and they're trying to give them their best shot here tonight. And so far through one period, they're withstanding the test.
Such a young team last year for Glenbrook, and that narrative carries on. They only have 3 seniors moving on after this year. Claire Nagorski, Cami Hansen, and Charnita Chunhan Sombun. As well as Casey Stockbridge in between the pipes on the goaltending part. Look at Jeff Reisky in the Barrington bench. Trying to three-peat.
These types of playoff games are always the most exciting, in my opinion. The 0-0 after the first, you still don't really know where you stand yet. You always have an interesting look at the shots on goal, which, as you guys mentioned, 13-6. I'm really excited to see how this game turns out.
A couple of great chances at the end for Glenbrook, really starting to turn things around. Felt like the ice was entirely tilted to one side when it came to offensive zone time in the first half of that first period, but they have started to find answers for sure.
Without a doubt, and that response from Glenbrook has been something that I've been extremely impressed by. Obviously, they don't have their head coach with them today, but Coach Carashoni and Coach Curtis doing a really good job of keeping their team in it, motivated, and as you look at the score, it's anybody's game.
Look at Riley Sharon. She's made 6 saves on 6 shots, and Stockbridge impressing even more on the other end, 13 on 13. Who will break the tie? Will it be Bella Gratzel? Not yet, at least. Out of play. 12 seconds in and we have a whistle here. This is the second of 2 semifinal games here at the girls level. And it's the final semifinal game, or for any matter of a game here at West Meadows for the state playoffs. We have been through quite a weekend. We've got the 2 other state finals set between New Trier and Bennett at the red division. The Warriors and BGHW, the 1 and 2 seeds, facing off in the combined division. And now there's just one more slot to be jotted in, and it's between these 2 teams taking on New Trier. Bella Grotzel wheeling down the far side. Grotzel trying to work around Laughlin, sharp angle. It's off the side of the net. Sticked ahead by Cha. Gaining possession is Reeder. Nice little stutter at the blue line. And finds an open Molly Nickel ahead. And she was well shadowed there. That was Mattis on the play, but she's also the culprit of icing there. Nonetheless, Barrington going to change their skaters.
Luke, you talk about some of these divisions here in the AHAI State playoffs. Also, down in Bloomington, Illinois, downstate semifinals this Saturday. Pekin versus Sacred Heart Griffin, and the Springfield Senators going against the Sharks.
How you keep up with all that, Dylan, is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's a slept-on division down there. Some good rivalries. I've talked to some of the coaches down there from when I went there last year, but unfortunately this year they're on the same weekend as the Upstate State Championships.
And I played against the Kankakee Irish in my past. I know they moved up from the downstate division this year, but when I played them, they were down in the downstate, and they got some good talent. It is a slept-on division, as you say. Here's Evie Galvin. Galvin works inside, still with it. Going to patiently wait for the right look. Worked up top now. Here's a clap bomb loose in front, backhanded on. Carr's now got it. And back into the hands of Barrington. Winterkorn, high slot, rebound. Carr, oh, a strand of pad saves from Stockbridge. She's not finished yet. Now taken ahead to Fizor, but she couldn't track it down. And it's backhanded in deep by Winterkorn. Do we have an option for Wintrust saves of the game?
Yeah,
that might be a good sequence there.
Sequence certainly was incredible from Stockbridge, doing it all evening long.
Saves number 14 and 15 there. We're only 2 minutes in to the second. Breakout pass to Reeder, just hops over her stick. Grotzel went down, but got it out to center ice, where there is Nicole Gorbatenko leading it for Villacourt. It goes right between her legs. Grotzel regains. Now Wolf for Nicole Gorbatenko. Tried a little toe drag, and she was read by a fellow Mission skater in Tate Roth.
Probably seen that move quite a bit.
J-Lo Wicki now over the blue line. To her backhand, J-Lo Wicki, a backhander save. Rebound still loose, and now picked up by Nicole Gorbatenko. Slid one in front before Cha's there to ring it up the wall. Nickel tapped it out of the zone, and now it's Grotzel. Cutting inside, shakes off 1, 2, 3, but then it's her teammate, J-Lo Wicki, a little bit in the way there.
And the pucks keep on finding Barrington Philly sticks right in the slot. It's caused a lot of tough saves that had to be made by Stockbridge, but she has been up to the task so far.
And now it's an O-zone draw incoming for Glenbrook.
Guys, we talked about it last game, but for anyone just tuning in for the second half of our doubleheader, these games have 15-minute periods, which is unusual for the Metro Girls Hockey League, which has 13. And doesn't seem like a lot, but when you add up 6 minutes to the end of a game based on what you're used to, especially when these two teams are playing for the first time in a while, it definitely adds a difference.
Can be a total stamina battle in those last 6 minutes. Karen Nikorsky down low for Georgia Fieser. Tried to center when it comes up top. Now here's a blast block there. Tracking back on it. There's Glenbrook. And a breakout pass intercepted. Now Anna Reiske right through the slot. Winding it up is Rachel Gorbatenko as that whizzes over the crossbar.
After she took the shot, some of her teammates just laughing at the bench in disbelief. She can really fire that puck.
And here she is again through the neutral zone. Weaving to the outside where there's a crowd of Barrington skaters. She'll dump and get a change herself. Haley Laughlin up ice. That gets through everybody. Will it go for icing? Just not enough. Caitlin Mattis now got it ahead. Evie Galvin. She's met by body contact from Laughlin. Mattis. Back for Galvin. Sporting the blue Leafs helmet and gloves. As it poked away at the blue line. Nikorsky. Now deep into Barrington territory. Caitlin Mattis rims it around the wall where she's met by the opposing team, Sarah Reeder. Reeder, a nice play off the boards. Sarah Reeder working inside, still with the puck, somehow threw it in front. Nicole couldn't put it, but then it might have crossed over the goal line. Glenbrook was trying to point at it and say it was a goal. We're gonna get a couple of great angles on this replay, gentlemen.
To me, it looked like Sharon just went into the splits to make this save. Look at her stretch this pad across to stop it at first. We're gonna get a really good angle here. Ooh,
give us that really goal cam, Jimmy.
We're gonna need to take a look at this goal cam.
That's in the net.
In the net. That puck is in the net. Let's take another look right here. That puck is in the back of the net. Glenbrook rightfully upset that they didn't catch a break there.
We'll see if the puck doesn't lie here. Well, they're going to get a power play, that's for sure. Grotzel brings down Sarah Reeder. They might not have scored, but they now have an increased chance to do so.
Initially, a fantastic save made by Sharon. Then it trickled just over the end line. The officials didn't see it, but like in a little bit of puck don't lie fashion, Glenbrook is going to go on the power play.
Reeder, who drew the penalty, will center. We saw Barrington with the power play. Here's Cha right off the bat. Stopped there by Sharon. This is the first power play chance for Glenbrook. Reeder, laid back up top for Cummings. Cha, far side. Cha is being hounded by Winterkorn. Now work down to Hansen. Around the boards it comes. Winterkorn regains and sent it ahead. Now Cami Hansen across ice. Cha for Reeder. Kicked off the glass. Given to Gorbatenko. She could not clear. It was kept in by Tate Roth. Not this time. It hit Villacorta, and Schill lofted it out. High stick there on Glenbrook. Not sure why the whistle was so late. Nonetheless, it serves the same.
Looked like the one official was trying to get confirmation from the other that she did. Cummings did touch the puck. But nonetheless, it'll be an offensive zone draw for Barrington, who's trying to kill off this penalty.
Still a minute and 10 left on the first power play chance for Glenbrook tonight.
A very good short-handed unit for Barrington as well, with the Gorbatenko sisters out there.
Wiesort tried to work it ahead. Now it's Nikorsky. Cummings had it taken away. It's Carolyn Bomley. Now Rachel Gorbatenko. Ping pong match inside the neutral zone, now finally worked into the Barrington end. 40 seconds left on the advantage. This one hops over the stick of Roth. And it's Madeline McGuire. First back to Corral. Sent it up the boards. It's going to be a foot race, and Nicole Gorbatenko wins it. On the turnover, Gorbatenko. A nice backtracking play by Roth. It's now taken at the point, and this one whizzes wide. 15 seconds left of shorthanded time for Barrington, but it doesn't feel like it. Another shot attempt going wide. Rachel Gorbatenko will take over, and Bella Grotzel's out of the box. Back to even strength, and Barrington wasting no time. But offside's called.
Gorbatenko looks a little upset about that as well, because She gathered a full head of steam, weaving her way through a couple of defenders, trying to set up a chance for Barrington and score the first goal of the contest.
It's a nice sigh of relief there for Glenbrook. Rachel Gorbatenko, Nicole Gorbatenko, both prepping up to play college hockey next year. And not just any college hockey, guys. UW-Madison, the #1 team in the nation with the current record of 35-1-2, and they're going to play with their older sister in Kelly. And Nicole Gorbatenko quite literally called it a dream come true. What a family coming it is for those three sisters.
Yeah, if you were with us for last year's Girls State Championships on SHL Network, you might be in shock that all three of them were not seniors at the time.
Yep, and it was Rachel Gorbatenko winning the MVP just as a junior. Cha worked it down low for Reeder. Reeder, centering pass, now Hansen. She's well defended by the opposing number 11 and Bella Grotzel. Grotzel's got Carr to her left, will glide over the blue line. Now try to work around Roth. Tate Roth has played impressive defensively so far, shutting down some top units on the offense. Now Abby Carr curled one in front, hit the official skate, and out comes Glenbrook. Cassidy Cha, who led this team in not only goals, but points in general in that regular season. 13 goals in 13 regular season games, was forced out of the zone there. And Evie Galvin was now met by Cummings. Sent ahead. Open there was Nickel. That was offsides. And they did catch that. Nickel still unaware, neither is Nagorski. Got to watch for the intentional offsides, but they avoid it. Nonetheless, Rachel Gorbatenko with the slap shot. That does not feel good for Tate Roth. She wears it off like nothing happened. Physical contact down low. Now it's Carr off the side of the net. Villacorta regains. Avery Villacorta trying to work by one down low. Nagorski's not letting it come easy. Now Abby Carr, one in front. Stick to side. Roth up the boards for Georgia Fiesor. Fiesor over the blue line. Now Nagorski into the slot. Poked away there by Caitlin Mattis. Barrington the other direction. Paige Hines slows this one down. Now McGuire up the boards. Met there by Gilmore. Before it's skated out of the Glenbrook end by Madeline McGuire. Hand is up for icing. That was chipped in behind the red line with 5:28 to go. We are still waiting on the first strike, gentlemen.
We certainly are, but it has not been with a lack of action. Both these teams bringing their best to the table. That's what you want to see on a high-stakes playoff environment like this. But it kind of feels like that momentum swing for the first goal of the game is going to be monumental.
These state playoffs here at West Meadows Ice Arena have been incredible for year #1. In a new location, every division, every game has seen a bunch of overtimes. It's been truly phenomenal.
If not overtimes, we've seen game winners with sub 5 minutes. Just every game being played till the buzzer. Just about. Hansen towards the cage, sticks aside by Sharon. Now it's Cha down the boards, nobody there except Reeder trying to get to it. Was beat in a foot race by Bella Wolf. Now Grotzel, some trouble with the puck at first. She's forced back, and here comes Sarah Reeder down the right side. Reeder cuts into the slot. Reeder fires. Oh, what a blocker save! Riley Sharon stands strong.
That is Reeder's second point-blank opportunity to give Glenbrook the lead. And for the second time, Sharon says no.
This one is sticked down, high sticking now waved off. Laughlin finds Cha ahead. Nice dangle to the inside. Hansen dropped it back for Cha. Down below the goal line, it's Cassidy Cha. Circling around, finds Roth, and the shot's blocked by her teammate. Not too often you see that. Cha will regain. A breakout pass. Messed with by Galvin. Up ahead now, Fiesor. She's got a chance down the near. Gorbatenko right on her tail, and she'll slither one towards the cage, and it's covered by Sharon.
Good decision there from Sharon to cover it up and stop the clock for a second, let everybody take a deep breath. But man, look at this opportunity Glenbrook had to take the 1-0 lead. What a sensational save from Sharon.
That was save number 10 on the recent try from Fizor. Fizor's got it again in the corner, but she's double teamed and the puck is shorted ahead to Galvin. Not a lot of time between whistles there. 3:39 to play. Another thank you to our sponsors.
It's a really interesting situation with the seeds here in the girls division with the two different tiers of league play. Because while Glenbrook is the lower seed, they just played a complete season against the upper half in terms of better teams in the state. Whereas Barrington, better team on paper, is playing a different tier of teams.
Yeah, and we hinted at how that could be a slight advantage. Here's Rachel Gorbatenko. Slight advantage for Glenbrook, just having that tougher competition. Glenbrook finishing second out of 6 teams in the Scholastic division, not only in the regular season, but the playoffs. They lost to New Trier in the final by a score of 1-0. And Barrington cruised through. Record of 17-0-0. There's been very few times this team has lost this season. And if you look at the entire retrospect of their season, at least the Metro Girls Hockey League, they've lost twice, both in the tiering round.
Yeah, which is so long ago, like it doesn't even feel like that's the same team that lost.
Absolutely. Barrington was fighting, nursing some injuries at the time. They've got near to a full lineup today. Out shooting Glenbrook 16-10. We've had a little bump in the pace of play, a speed bump per se. I'm sure we'll be right back to the north-south action any moment now.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I mean, you mentioned that this Barrington team, they are so deep. You go past the Gorbatenkos and Brazzo, and you've still got so much talent. Villacorta, Winterkorn, just an absolutely loaded group. And it goes to show why they've had so much success this season.
Bratzel, one of the 2 All-State MVPs yesterday. We saw the other one, Ella Scotty, earlier. Showing her elegant speed there, but it was halted to a stop. Now loose in front. J. Lowicki couldn't tap it in, and it came to the near side for Cummings. Now Caitlin Mattis. Nicole Gorbatenko. Pocket picked by Reeder. Sarah Reeder turns back, skipped one across. McGuire in the process of a change, so Roth will be unable to hold the zone. An intelligent play to play it back. Claire Cummings now sent in on Sharon, steered aside to Mattis, beginning the breakout. Mattis around one and then finds Avery Villacorta up ahead. Villacorta towards net. That's punched away by Stockbridge. Nicole Gorbatenko. Up the wall, Mattis winding one up. That was patted out of the zone by Cha. And now Rachel Gorbatenko. Eventually knocked off the puck there. Claire Cummings on a breakout pass. Bergamini picks up the scrap at center ice. Roth will backtrack. Still waiting for our first goal. We are nearly 29 minutes into this game. Bomley over the blue line. It's poked out. A nice effort by Laughlin, but now here comes Winterkorn. Another nice stick check by Tate Roth tonight. Risky breakout move by Cha, nearly giving it away to Carolyn Bomley right in front of the slot. In the end, it works out. It's Nicole for Roth. Right side of the ice, defended by Rachel Gorbatenko. Under a minute to play in the second. Off the wall now, icing on Glenbrook, 44.8 to go.
Yeah, you mentioned it after those few whistles that you expect the pace would return right back to how it was. And that's kind of what we've gotten here. Just a lot of action here on the ice. Glenbrook certainly feels like they're being outplayed a little bit, but on the scoreboard, it's anybody's game. And I think that's a credit to some of the defense of Glenbrook, withholding some of the attack that we've seen from the Phillies.
Right off the draw, here's Grotzel redirected off the post, rebound, backhanded in, they score! Loose change on the near side for Avery J-Lo Wicki, and finally, nearing the 30-minute mark into this game, we have a goal.
I gotta be honest, I don't know how that first shot did not go in. Thankfully for Barrington, J-Lo Wicki was there to clean up the mess and put it home to take the lead. Off the post, frees it up. Just like that, it's 1-0 Barrington. I'm noticing now on the ice, you're starting to see some of that snow start to build up, but we do not get an ice cut in between periods here. I wonder if that's going to become a big factor in the third.
You mentioned just how both these teams waiting for that goal. So are the fans. This place exploded. Barrington now has the first lead of the game. Could they add on here? Avery Villacorta, stride for stride with Tate Throth, and they both go crashing into the boards. J-Lo Wicki, meanwhile, centering one, taken away by Reeder.
Great effort from Villacorta there to not only negate the icing, but create a chance for Barrington.
Final seconds of the second period. Hansen settles this one down, backhanded it to the slot. It comes out over the blue line, and that will do it on the second period. A defensive chess match. And a right move by Barrington, right on the doorstep, was Avery J-Lo Wicki, and Barrington has the slim 1-0 lead.
Here's another look at that. Gets the net wide open for J-Lo Wicki. She was fired up after scoring the ice-breaking goal.
And now quickly for a break interview, it's Dylan Ward with Barrington head coach Jeff Reisky.
Go over there. Thanks, guys. Coach, it was 0-0 for a long time, but you finally break the ice in the final minute of the second period. Walk me through that play.
Yeah, well, we had an offensive zone draw, so we wanted to make sure we had a set lineup out there. We won the draw, that was key, and then we just crashed the net. That's what it's going to take against Casey and Glenbrook. I mean, full credit, they're playing their hearts out. It's a great game. I mean, it is just so tight. Our goalie's made some point-blank saves too, but that's what it's going to take to beat their goalie. I mean, she's really good.
All right, good luck in the third. Thank you. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Dylan. Just a quick chat with Jeff Reisky, who has to get right back into action as this game has been intense. A 3-3 tie back in the tearing round between these two teams. Seeing that neck-and-neck action once again, but a slight edge to Barrington just in gameplay, to say the least.
Yeah, without a doubt. And then the goal that they scored late in the second period seems to kind of justify that. I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact that the officials missed a Glenbrook goal. Like, they should have broken the tie first. And
that's a sour point you make. That's going to sting for Glenbrook if they're unable to find one in this game.
If they're unable to find one, or if they lose, 2-1 or something like that, where it's like that goal would have put us right there, certainly would create a sour taste in their mouth without a doubt. But you got to give credit where it's due to Barrington. They played a really strong 30 minutes of hockey and have been all over the place on both ends. An aggressive forecheck, throwing shots on net, using some of their talented skaters to weave in and out of the neutral zone and generate opportunities. They've had a really good period.
Guys, between periods, I'm talking to referee Leon Snigowski, and he's telling me he was part of that triple overtime game yesterday. So it's been a tight game so far. Might have OT written all over it.
Well, and we were a call away from having a tie game. Now Glenbrook, 15 minutes at least to determine their season. Trailing by 1. They put 10 shots in 2 periods on Riley Sharon, who stopped them all.
Both these teams, I'm sure New Trier is watching intently. They beat Fenwick earlier tonight. They're awaiting their opponent in the state championship on Sunday.
2023 and 2024 state champions with a 1-0 lead. Glenbrook is going to try to change that right out the gate, and here comes Cassidy Cha. Right towards the net. A howitzer just wide. And now Sarah Reeder. Nice work to the inside as it's forked on net. Still loose. Hansen couldn't pull it across on the rebound attempt. And now here comes Nicole Gorbatenko. Between the legs move, shadowed well by Roth. Now centered wide open in front. Jay Lewicki, she scores!
That's her second of the evening, and this one may have been easier than the first. Skates right into the slot. Glenbrook seemed to have a bit of a miscommunication defensively, leaving the slot wide open as they thought Glenbrook had possession. Instead, the pass comes right out in front. Let's take a look here. Look at the way some of the other Glenbrook skaters have started to abandon the play a little bit and leave somebody right open here in the slot, cashing in and giving a 2-goal lead to Barrington.
What a time to find your second of the game as Rachel Gorbatenko now in. Rebound loose and crashing into the post. It's Carolyn Baumley, hoping she's all right. Seemingly so, she's right back to her feet.
Gorbatenko was inches away from putting a third goal on the board just like that. Able to get the shoulder and a bit of the blocker on it. A really nice job done by Stockbridge to keep this a 2-goal game.
What a time to find your second of this game. As I tried to mention before that play happened for Avery J. Lewicki. This is their first state game for Barrington. Kind of getting that get into semifinals free card on a forfeit from Burlington West.
It's like a bye, but not a bye.
Yeah, I guess so. A bye for the former state champions. A new rule. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the case. Galvin far side. Heavy Galvin. Played up top. Winterkorn walks the blue line. Winterkorn had it swiped away, and it is heroically kept in there by Rachel Gorbatenko. Could have been a chance for Molly Nickel on the other end. Rachel Gorbatenko has it again. Gorbatenko weaves to her backhand, and that one's denied by Stockbridge. Rebound was loose right in front. Tate Roth with some nice boxing out ability. She now intercepts another pass. Here comes Fieser. Forced back to the red line. Now she'll accelerate, gets by Carr. Now she's got the speedy Grotzel to beat on the near side, but that won't come easy. And to reinforce is Roth. Tate Roth. Up top now Reeder. Sarah Reeder from the point, nearly redirected, and rebound Fieser put just wide. Shaw now. Wheels around, fires, it's through traffic and pinballs down below the goal line. Nicole Gorbatenko, her name just announced on the PA, got an assist on that second goal scored by J. Lewicki. She's able to get it out of the zone. Now it's Reeder. Worked in now by Alexandra Ventura.
Really good response after the goal from Glenbrook. This has been one of their strongest shifts, definitely since the second period.
And here's Roth with it again. Rimmed around, into chase will be Cha on Caitlin Mattis. Now taken in. J. Lewicki. Before Cha comes out of the pack. Cha is sandwiched. And Nicole Gorbatenko floats it back into the Glenbrook end. Claire Cummings down low. Now Torres. Taken in on the far side by Gilmore. Didn't have it for too long. Now this puck is nearly stopped dead right at the blue line. And kicking it the other way is Cha. Cassidy Cha, just wide of the net. to center ice now, glove down by McGuire. Swept off the far side boards and retrieved by Cummings. Into Barrington territory. And Rachel Gorbatenko will smoothly escape. Gorbatenko inside now, fires right into the glove of Stockbridge.
Stockbridge meeting some of these challenges with ease. This is not an easy shot to save, and she makes it look like she could do it in her sleep.
.32 to play here. This third period. A quick strike at the end of the second. Turned into an opening goal to start this third. And that one hit the crossbar. It was sticked away by Stockbridge. And it was a mere centimeter from having a 3-0 lead for Barrington. Now it's Roth. Out into the neutral zone. Winterkorn. Well pressured by Nikorsky. Winterkorn will turn off. And find Hines, who pushes it ahead. Paige Hines now to the blue line. Over it is Giordano on one that got soaked up by Laughlin. Haley Laughlin, the far side wall, and now Sarah Reeder. Finds Molly Nicole. Back for Reeder. A nice move in the slot. She'll fire, it's off the skates. Incredible defense there. And could it turn into offense? Abby Carr breaking free on a breakaway just wide of that near side post. That could have given quite a sigh of relief to Barrington. A 2-goal lead is not safe, neither is a 3, but it feels a whole lot better.
I know she didn't put it on net, but my goodness, what an effort from Carr to just work her way through the neutral zone and fight to get that breakaway chance. Totally manufactured by her.
Grotzel now with speed. Sharp angle that hits the crossbar, initially off the shoulder of Stockbridge. There'll still be a save. And now Galvin. Up over the blue line. Gets some help from Bomley. Carolyn Bomley's shot is blocked in the slot. Cha accelerating. She got tugged down a little bit there. We'll play on. Nothing worthy of a call. Rachel Gorbatenko now. Not fun to see her coming into your offensive zone. That's why, nearly a scoring chance there.
I mean, over the last couple of minutes, we've seen a few phenomenal saves from Stockbridge and a few bounces off of crossbars and posts that if anything happened a few centimeters one way or the other, we'd be looking at a 5-0 game right now. Here's a look at Carr's chance, put it a little bit wide. Glenbrook has been fortunate to catch a couple of bounces here. There's another one off the crossbar, but they've got to start cashing in on the other end, or it'll be all for naught.
Right off the draw, sweeping one just wide was Nicole Gorbatenko. Now Trunhotson-Boom couldn't clear. Winterkorn through a lane of traffic. And ends up just wide. Rachel and Nicole Gorbatenko communicating on who's got that puck. But in the end, it's Claire Nikorsky of Glenbrook racing up ahead. Miscommunication at the blue line. Now Nicole Gorbatenko. She's on a solo mission. She'll fire, and that was stopped by Stockbridge. Now Fizor, played back for Roth. There's that awkward bounce on the Zamboni doors again. Comes back every now and then.
It made a few interesting caroms just in today's pair of games, but it's been all weekend.
Villacorta. Taken away. Nikorsky. She ran into the body of Roth, and it's taken back by Barrington. Thrown in front, Gorbatenko. Rebound, Villacorta. She had the whole net to shoot out. Now it's Rachel Gorbatenko just wide. Villacorta just couldn't settle, so close to gaining a 3-goal lead for Barrington. Now it's Winterkorn. Shot absorbed by Tate Roth. Now inside, J-Lo Wicki. 2 goals already in this one. The only 2 we've seen. In deep, Roth gets off Villacorta. Tate Roth doing it herself. Here she comes, trudging towards the net, has to circle back. Roth now, patient. Will just dish it down the boards. Nicole will gain. She goes down. Out of the zone, it's J. Lowicki to Avery Villacorta. The two Averys connecting. Villacorta now rifles one wide. Nice inside move by Laughlin. On her backhand now. Taken away by Wolf. Shaw trying to trace the circle, was nudged off there by Bomley. Sent it up ahead, Gilmore to chase. This will just be icing. And now Glenbrook's going to get no zone draw. .554 to go in the third period. New Trier beating Fenwick earlier on 7-1.
It's getting down to that nitty-gritty time where Glenbrook is really going to have to strap in and play some really aggressive hockey. They're chasing 2 with under 6 to go.
Grotzel. No icing. Glenbrook trying to get something brewing, but a pass does not fall correctly through center ice to Reeder. Now it's Grotzel in on net. Glove of Stockbridge able to settle it down for McGuire. There Cummings up the board. McGuire sent it back around. Galvin with a nice forecheck comes away. Pass to Wolf at the blue line could not be handled, but it works out to its own extent as Mattis was able to backtrack and waste a couple more seconds on a clock already dying. 4:45 to go in the final frame that we know of, and that it's going to be unless Glenbrook can find 2 goals. Roth met there, Reeder in to help. 2 mission skaters on this Glenbrook team, eventually forced the other way by another mission skater. And none other than Nicole Gorbatenko. Well defended by Reeder, trying to clear the zone and hit a body. Now Gorbatenko keeps. Nicole Gorbatenko to her forehand, wide open in front. Was a Barrington skater in Gilmore, but it came right off her skate. Now it's Roth the other way. That shot got redirected, but still was well tracked by the senior netminder, Riley Sharon.
Sharon has made all the stops she's had to tonight, but we're under 4 minutes now. Glenbrook trying their best to get anything going offensively, and it's just been the offensive prowess of Barrington keeping the puck in the opposite side of the ice, and Glenbrook running out of time.
Confusion here between Barrington bench getting that last change. Going to bring in one of their alternate captains in Winterkorn. This one gets tapped right towards the net off the draw. Now it's Nickel over the blue line. Rachel Gorbatenko. Weaving through neutral. Now she'll fire. Stopped by Stockbridge.
Stockbridge done an excellent job keeping Glenbrook within striking distance. Stopping shots from the Gorbatenkos and Grotzel and Villacorta all evening long.
You know when you have more saves as the goalie that's losing, you're having a good game.
That KC Stockbridge sure has. Now it's Galvin. Backhanded down low. Bomley thrown in front. Gilmore was well defended. Barrington still has possession. Rachel Gorbatenko from the point. High and wide, it will ring around and come out of the zone. Bomley. Into the slot. Blockered away by Stockbridge. Under 3 minutes to go. Now you start to think about when is Casey Stockbridge going to come off the ice.
Yeah, you don't want to go a little bit too early because some of these Barrington skaters are physical enough to, create a chance at will. But you need 2 goals under 3 minutes or your season's over.
Bad turnover there. Gilmore now into the glove of Stockbridge. That mitt has been active for the Glenview Star as well as Glenbrook netminder.
Might be a good time for a timeout here just to discuss the plan for the goaltender in Stockbridge and see what it is that Glenbrook is going to try to do with these final 2+ minutes.
Now Danielle Carashoni has got the drawing board in her right hand. She's going to preserve her timeout. But just by the signals of the Glenbrook bench, it seems could be the next or the whistle after that. Laughlin trying to make her way up ice. Instead, it's taken back by Nicole Gorbatenko. Gorbatenko a pump, now walks in. Centered one, taken away by Cha. Cha cuts inside. Shakes off a Philly. And here comes Glenbrook. A very tight 3-on-2. Cha now could not tap it towards the net. Winterkorn, a nice slide to recover for Barrington. Stockbridge stayed in her cage there. Cami Hansen played back for Roth. No time to be toying around in the neutral zone. Glenbrook has to get in there towards Sharon as soon as they possibly can. It's Roth who will do that. Tate Roth has Hansen open in front. She's going to fight now with Grotzel. She's nudged off there by the Brown commit. Bomley the other way, well defended by Laughlin. Is this the time where we see Stockbridge go? Fired in to the Barrington end. No, Casey Stockbridge will stay. Now this one takes a couple of hops to the stick of Evie Galvin. Now Bomley over the blue line. That hits Nikorsky. Under a minute to play. Desperation time. Clock running out on the game and season for Glenbrook if they can't change this current result.
Still a stop sign for the goaltender.
Sarah Reeder. Taken down below the goal line. Nothing worthy of a penalty. And still we're playing 5-on-5. Bella Wolf nearly drew a penalty there. Claire Cummings close to a hooking call. Under half a minute to play. Could this be the dagger? No, Galvin denied. Now Carr. Bomley. Some nice time consumption by Barrington down low. Thrown in front now. Carr to finish things off. The rebound still loose. And steered to the near side, but time is way beyond slim. 6 seconds now. Nikorsky's got to fire now. And that she can't do. Barrington will have a chance to three-peat at the United Center in 6 days.
What a complete effort from Barrington. They were the better team offensively, defensively, and they get the job done here tonight. Glenbrook defeated, showing extreme support of their goaltender, Casey Stockbridge, who was terrific in net tonight. I'm sure they'd want that goal back that eventually did not get called by the officials. But a bit of a lack of urgency down the stretch from Glenbrook kept their goaltender in net the entire time. Feels like they might have squandered an opportunity to put some desperation hockey and see if they could score a goal or two.
Yeah, it was beyond shock they did not pull Stockbridge.
Well, that sets up a date on Sunday between Barrington and New Trier, the number 1 and number 2 seeds in the Girls High School State Tournament, with the championship on the line where the Blackhawks play.
A state semifinal matchup last year between Barrington and New Trier. They're now meeting at the United Center this time around. And down at ice level with the 13-save shutout, Riley Sharon is down with Dylan Ward.
Thanks, guys. Well, 13 saves for the 13 on your jersey. You're headed to the United Center. How does it feel?
It actually feels so amazing. Oh my God, hi, Matis, I love you. Okay, sorry, I'm so distracted. It actually feels amazing. It's so surreal. Very excited. Very like nerve-wracking game, but so much fun. Like they're a great team, and like Casey played out of her mind, so I'm like so excited. I'm like really bad at answering these things, so I'm so sorry. But I'm like super happy, you know, and it's really nice because this game like was going to decide if I like, because I'm not playing college hockey, so I have like one more game to look forward to, and it's like a big game, so I'm so excited.
Well, it was your 6th shutout of the season. What's made you so successful all year?
I'm gonna be so for real, I don't know. Like I like kind of just like go with the flow and try not to worry about it too much. You know, before this game I was talking about Wallace and Gromit, so I like kind of distract myself before the game so I don't get the anxiety, and then I think that helps a lot. And then also a lot of support of the girls on the team, like Bella Grotzel, she's amazing and she's so sweet, and like my goalie partner Sophie is also amazing. Like everyone here is just like, it's a really good culture and team, and it's just like, I feel like supported, I guess, and it's like when you have that kind of support, like both like with skill level and also like emotional level, it just kind of like amps up your game and stuff.
Congratulations. We'll see you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday.
Guys, back to you.
Riley Sharon, a bundle of joy and energy. She is fired up to be headed to the United Center. She said she couldn't answer questions well. I thought she did a pretty good job.
Nothing beats when you ask, how have you been so successful this year? And she says, I'm going to be so free with you. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, that might be the best interview we've had all season on the SHL Network. Come on.
Coming from a coach's family, too, you'd think some of the answers may be a little bit more buttoned up, like the Bill Belichick sweatshirt on, but no, we've got one of the most candid interviews that we've had all season long. Congratulations to Riley Sharon and the entire Barrington Phillies team. Their season is not over yet. They'll be playing on Sunday with a chance to win their 3rd straight state title.
And now you get a look at some of the tape. The last game Barrington will play before they face New Trier in the state championship. This has been one of the most fun games this week, and to be purely honest with you, a lot of defense, but fun, intense offensive chances.
Without a doubt. You know, not every game has to be 7-6 for it to be wildly entertaining. We had a wildly entertaining hockey game in front of us tonight. Two extremely talented teams in Barrington and Glenbrook fighting tooth and nail to punch their ticket to go to the state championship. Barrington was the better team for all 45 minutes, and they'll have a chance to prove that again on Sunday.
Well, you can catch the state championship right here on SHL Network. Puck drop next Sunday, 7 o'clock p.m. We have our matchup set. We have all matchups set. At the red level, New Trier, Green, and Bennett. At the combined level, Chicago North and the Warriors. And now at the girls level, it's the 1-seeded New Trier Trevians who will get to have the home bench against a team looking to three-peat in the Barrington Phillies. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast here on SHL Network. For all our cameramen, Gerard Boris, Max Anderson, Matt Freeman, Butch Connolly, our producer, Jimmy the Wiz Olson, who did incredible as always. Down at ice level with the interviews was Dylan Ward. This is my partner, Anthony Pasquale. Hope you enjoyed watching this game. My name is Luke Jordan, signing off on a final score, the Barrington Phillies 2 and Glenbrook Girls Hockey 0. We will see you in 6 days.